We come from a farm where we had parents who were early practitioners and leaders in regenerative ag. We started encountering people who were doing grass-fed, doing regenerative, but they weren't getting the value from the other half. They were getting meat, and meat had to pay the bills. They're like, well, we're doing our processing, and we bring the animals in and we get our bill back basically for the processing, and in there's a waste disposal fee that never used to be there, and that was for hides more than anything else. So the first thing we could do is help get those out of the landfill and stop that cost.
Everyone knows that these cattle are flowing through smaller processors that are at a huge disadvantage.
Folks at Timberland and others who said, we are interested in regenerative, we want to support it. We went back to our friends in Minnesota, the ones we've worked with, Lorentz Meats, Thousand Hills Cattle Company, and said, can we try this with you? We want to be able to get some of these hides and take them to a tannery and get them finished and get them into Timberland's leather stream.
Right.
So we hauled a U-Haul trailer full of hides at the back of my pickup up to Milwaukee, and that was the start.
They kept putting up with all the bumps in the road as we were developing it slowly, because they were committed to the mission, which allowed us to be committed to the mission. And also it allowed us to learn more about how to take care of these people, give them what they wanted, and then communicate that back down the value chain so that it all started to work more smoothly.
Demand started growing, not just from Timberland. All of a sudden, Coach was at the table. They wanted to buy, 2023, we were up to 30,000 hides, something like that. We're collecting in how many locations?
5 or 6 locations across the U.S.
Growing grass really is how do we address the gaps in that value chain? How do we de-risk the value chain for all of the partners? If we could get more resources into those producers, because what we saw was there was a lot of barriers to getting verified regenerative, getting those inspections and certifications. And then all the things we saw at the processor level, like there's a lot of things that stop them from being able to collect stuff, equipment, labor, so on.
Right.
And then what we really saw from our brand partners was basically, even if they want to buy it, and they do, and they're committed to it, they don't know how to sell it. And they're the first ones to say it, that they would ask us, a couple farm boys, how to sell their product instead of having a marketing team work on it, because they didn't have that resource available. So we realized this was an opportunity to hit all of those points.